everyone, this is RonnygoBOOM, and today I'm going to do a Spawn tutorial. This is basically a Choicecraft Factions introduction. I'm going to do a tour of Spawn. So the first time you spawn right here, and it says welcome to Choicecraft Factions. It has this little sign here that says check the /rules. That's very important. I'll make a rules video soon, but until then you need to type /rules and it'll pop up a list of rules, and you can also check the forums for a more complete set of server rules. Then when you turn around, it might be a little overwhelming, but there's actually a lot here. So as you walk down, if you look to the left, there's a big W, that's the west gate. Over here is a big N for the north gate, and down there is the south gate and the east gate. Now what that means is you can come over to this Stargate right here, and you can choose to go to any one of these portals. There are about 25 each. So for example, if I wanted to go to the north gate to get to Wilderness, I would right click on it, and then that would send me to North 1, North 2, etc. So what I do is I'm going to click on the North 1 gate. So now the arrows are pointing to North 1. When I click the button, a portal will open to North 1. So now I'm in North 1. I don't want to start here, kind of out in the middle of the ocean. So let's try North 8. Still ocean. Let's go back to spawn. If I wanted to go to a west gate, I'd do the same thing. I'll just come over here. I could go to, for example, West 6. West 6 is actually my house. There it is right there. Pretty cool, but small and modest. I also have land at West 21, which is pretty cool, and you could check that out.
And I was given permission to go into mod mode to fly around for this tutorial.
Don't go snooping around too much. It's just a chicken grinder, and it meets the 30 mob limit rule. But you use the directional gates to get to Wilderness. There's some more down here with the south gate and the east gate, and you can check live map if you'd like to find out more about where you're going before you even go through the portal. Down here are the special gates. To my right is the Nether Portal. That is the only way to get to the Nether on this server. Over here are the Factions portals. Be careful, one goes to my base, Dogma right here, but you have to be pretty careful because some people trap their portals, meaning you go through and you die. And over here is the donor portal. If you donate to the server, you can access the end. You can access a special end where you can have dragons summoned for you, and dragons give you 70 experience levels every time you kill one, so it's definitely worth it. It's a huge donor perk. Also, there's an explore world, which is just a constantly regenerated large world that allows you to go mine in peace. It is only accessible by donors, and there is PvP there, but you can't claim faction land, and it's usually pretty wide open, and there are a lot of resources. The next highlight that I can show you is if you come right to the middle here, you can take a right or you can take a left. If you take a left, it'll take you over towards the Pig Mall and the admin shop, and that's where we're going to go first. So if we come on over here, first of all, the first thing that you do when you join the server is you're going to want to go mine. Get some wood, get a stone pick, get an iron pick, get some diamonds, and then you want to get some gold. Because as soon as you get some gold, you can use it to get money, and that money is good for all these shops on the server. So, for example, I'll just show you one of the shops in Pigball. Zabrak of Oz has a shop right here, and it looks like he sells some pretty useful things. He sells blaze rods for only 100. He sells diamonds for 35 a piece. Now, when 1 gold is worth 100 money, That means you get about 3 diamonds for 1 piece of gold, which is pretty good, or 1 blaze rod for 1 piece of gold. And that'll give you a good start to getting a potion brewer going, and diamonds are always excellent. He also sells string and leather for pretty cheap as well, and cooked fish for food if you're hungry. Lazy Goblin over here has a shop where he sells potions, and it's a pretty good idea if you don't like to brew potions yourself, but all these potions are really overpriced, so I wouldn't do it. If I were you, I would just go to Zabrak of Oz, and I would buy that blaze rod and make your own potions. Now, other people have lots of other good shops with lots of good items in them, but you have to just check them out to see what's good for you. There are deals sometimes, and sometimes there are ripoffs, so you just have to be savvy and beware. Some of the shops have an ender chest in them, which can be pretty useful. You can drop off all of your valuable items. I'm going to grab my gold blocks and actually purchase a shop. I'm actually going to go down here, and I'm going to try and purchase a shop for myself. To do that, I have to get some money first. And it says here that if I sell my gold blocks by left-clicking to sell and right-clicking to buy, it's opposite of what you'd think. And I don't have to hold the gold blocks in my hand, but I could. And just to show you, I'm going to sell 10 gold blocks to the admin shop. And when I sell those blocks, it gives me money. To check how much money I have, I can type /money. And it looks like I have 9,050, which means I had 50 to start, and I got 9,000. So if I left click again and sell 10 more blocks, I get 9,000 new dollars, and I can type /money. And now I have the appropriate amount of money in my balance. If I shift left click, it'll sell all of my remaining blocks, and now I have enough money to buy a shop. So I'm going to come down here. There are shops all along the left and right, but I'm going to put my shop, and I suggest any noob comes to it because I'm going to have some really good stuff for starting out players. I'm going to get this shop right here. It costs $4,000 for 14 days. And let's see, I think I just right click it.
I bought my shop, and I'll get back to it later, but first,
There's one more thing I'd like to show you over here, and that is the admin shop. This is the Choicecraft Factions admin shop. The purpose of the admin shop is to offer lots and lots of items at really, really high prices to kind of set the economy to allow shops to undercut it and sell these items for cheaper. But there are some items that don't get undercutted. For example, gas tiers are pretty cheap here. Blaze rods get undercutted all the time, but nether stars are great. If you need an ender chest, they're only 500 here, but I'm going to sell them in my shop for 300 to give you a better deal, along with enchanting tables and bookshelves and other things like that. I'll also be selling mycelium. Smooth brick you can't buy anywhere else. Horse armor is a limited resource, and there is not an infinite amount of it in the world. So if you don't want to go out adventuring and look for dungeon chests, you can buy the horse armor here. You can also buy saddles, name tags. There are some other things that you could buy also, but you can get them by other means. These enchantments are actually pretty expensive, but it's up to you whether or not you want to buy them. Everything on this wall is overpriced, so I would strongly suggest you don't buy it. Same with this chainmail over here. If you'd like to buy chainmail, just talk to me. I have plenty of it, and I will sell it to you for half the price that you see here. Let's continue our tour. We'll come on over here, keep heading north, and there's a little parkour area with a cool little Easter egg at the bottom if you ever make it down there. There's a really cool bridge, but as soon as we get out here, we enter wilderness. This right here is the line that divides Spawn from all of the rest of the giant world. There's a pig mall here, the admin shop, back to the portals of Spawn. This over here is a giant mall. This is Hog Mall. And there actually aren't many shops in it because they're a little bit more expensive, so it's understandable. We can follow this path and get back to Spawn. This is a very useful area of spawn over here. It has free melons. Most of them have already been taken, but all you do is step on this pressure plate and a piston will break this for you and you get some melons. Let's see if we can find one that isn't completely used up. Alright, right over here. New player, this is a really easy way to get free food in a safe location. You just run down all these pistons and then you get a couple stacks of melons. Free food. These are statues of the admins. That's Murdoch's, A Shower, and Sandal. We have fantastic admins here and they do an awesome job all the time. This, if you recognize it from one of my previous videos, is a maze that I made for the server. Basically, you just come over here to this door, step on the pressure plate to open the sides, and up this staircase and around is the entrance to my maze. You can jump down there, you won't die.
It's a pretty cool puzzle that you should do with friends.
But I do suggest you put your stuff in that ender chest over there, just in case you have to suicide. Over here is the remnants of the tutorial village. It used to be larger, I'm not sure what happened to it, but it only has just a couple tips now, like why you shouldn't build out of wood, the effectiveness of using good iron doors, and things like that. And then, we are back to spawn. That is everything.
Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Be sure to check out my next video where I show off my new shop in the pig mall. I'll show you all the items, I'll show you what's good to sell, what's good to buy, and what to do.